So I actually got access to the Marvel Tōkon Fighting Souls beta. Let me tell you, I did not think that I was gonna make it because it was an absolute fiasco, from being opted into the PlayStation program and saying that you're interested in the beta and then just praying that you're actually gonna get access to it. But then we finally got access and I said, all right, let's check it out and see what it's really about. Now, the perspective I'm gonna give in regards to this beta is someone who is super duper casual in regards to tag fighters. The last tag fighter I remember really being into was X-Men versus Street Fighter, and not the one released with the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. I'm talking about the one that was released on the PlayStation 1 as well as the Dreamcast. Yeah, I know, I'm showing my age there a bit. I definitely missed the boom of the Dragon Ball Fighter Z, the Marvel vs. Capcom. May have dabbled it in like once or twice, but didn't really have enough to really gain comprehension and knowledge about. So I want to address this type of video from that perspective, since tag fighters can be a bit overwhelming, and I was curious how Marvel Tōkon Fighting Souls is going to tackle this. So immediately off the jump, we get a solid tutorial, the lay of the land of how the game truly works. We get access to the different attacks we have, the light, medium, and heavy, the different assists that we have with our characters, the shooter, vertical, and assault assists, depending on which character you have in which slot, how that specific assist varies. We learn about the super skills, the ultimate skills, and we learn about all these specific things individually. And ultimately, it's up to us to put all of this stuff together in succession to truly make this game special. It's worth noting in the tutorial, all the skills that you're using, they're utilizing the quick skill shortcut command. And I believe it's utilized using R2 on the PlayStation controller and a specific direction. Now, the great thing about it is they will award you for actually putting in the correct directional input for specific skills, and you will be rewarded with extra damage that way, but it's not necessarily a requirement. You're not locked into it. You can start off using quick skills and then immediately use directional inputs for specific skills if you want. You can choose to play the game how you like, and that's awesome. Oh yeah, one more thing that the developers put in the tutorial is they allowed you to do the commands from the opposite side, because let's be real, a lot of us, when we are labbing, we might only play on one specific side, and then when we get thrown on the other side, or we might get leaped on the other side, then we don't know how to play the game, and the game is like, yo, nah, we're gonna make sure that you know exactly what it is that you need to do in order to be successful. Now, whether you want to follow up on that, hey, that is completely up to you, but that's something I actually recommend. Now, before we talk about how the game feels in an actual match when you're putting 2 + 2 and having it equal 4, we gotta talk about the visual presentation of this game. If you thought it looked gorgeous just from a live stream, wait till you have it in front of you in person. It's very similar to having a crush and you seeing a photo of them and going, wow, they are 1000% beautiful. And then you see them in person with your own eyes in front of you with no actual barrier in between, and you go, okay, they are 10,000% more gorgeous than I thought they were. And that's exactly how I feel about Marvel Tōkon Fighting Souls. The actual art design, the character design, the color palettes, the way that the shading is done within the environments. This game is aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And there's not a lot of stuff that's happening on screen either from the typical gameplay. And you know what that leads to? It leads to visibility, legibility, to being able to understand what is actually happening on screen and not getting confuzzled by all of the extra effects. And let's not forget to mention that there is a single health bar that we are dealing with. It's not like some of the other fighters out there where you have a health bar for every single character. I believe if the game was intentionally that way, one, the matches would be longer 1000%, and two, it would add a lot of different depth that the game doesn't necessarily need when it already has depth in the first place. So you mean to tell me that I also have to do health management while also making sure that I utilize all of the different assists for my specific characters, and also keeping track of which character is in which specific assist slot so I know what move is going to come out? Yeah, all of that put together would definitely be a bit excessive, but it's not that. To me, it felt good inputting some combos and then hitting the assist button for a specific character to show up, and it just happened. And then you also have the option to hold the assist button and say, hey, that is the character that I want to show up on the screen right now. There's a little window where that happens, and if not, then they just go back to being off screen. And That's the type of thing that I like with the game, where you don't have to utilize the assist all the time because there's a specific meter that you have to build up in order for you to call out assists in very different situations. So it is a team game, but it's not a submachine gun type of team game where you're just throwing assists out again and again and again and again to the point where it's excessive and overbearing and overpowering, and you are just standing in the corner and going like, why am I even here? Now, with all that aside, are there some improvements or things that could be dumbed down? Sure. One is the excess of stage transitions. So stage transitions are important in the sense that if you do trigger one, you are able to gain another team member to have access to, which is important because the more team members that you have, the more assists you'll be able to do, so on and so forth. You don't want to be fighting up against someone where they have 4 team members and you only got 2 because they were able to trigger the stage transitions. But once all of the team members are assembled, then what's the real point of the stage transitions? If there's a way to kind of limit that a bit, would be great in those type of situations, because it's like a corner, stage transition, stage transition, stage transition. It's like Oprah. Oh yeah, let me not forget about this one thing, the defense. And I'm not sure what they're gonna do with it, but to me, it seems if you are stuck in a combo, let me tell you, you're gonna be in that combo for your whole life, or maybe 50%, especially in the hands of a skilled player. You might as well pop something in the microwave and wait for a little bit and be able to bring it out. And maybe at that point, the combo is over because you just have to take all of that damage. If there was a way to have some type of breaker to stop a combo, to utilize an assist in some way, maybe if you have your full assist bar full, utilize all 3 of your members to break a combo or something. It's anything. Just sitting in the combo and just waiting for it to end or waiting for the person to drop it, it's likely to not happen. I know a lot of people were always talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 4, all of that jazz, but from what I've experienced with Marvel Tōkon Fighting Souls from Arc System Works in collaboration with Marvel, I think we got something great on our hands. And for someone that doesn't play tag fighters a whole lot, this is definitely something, just from a casual standpoint, be able to pick it up with friends and play, or maybe get into some of the ring sessions and dabble a little bit, not to make it my whole personality or anything like that, but to truly enjoy the game for what it is. So definitely take the shot on this game. You won't regret it.